If you're craving something sweet, creamy, and easy to make, then you've got to try out this homemade mousse. It really hits the spot as a quick and easy dessert or snack that's rich, decadent, and velvety smooth in texture. Today, I'll be showing you 5 different mousse recipes that I really love making at home, each made with different bases like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, heavy cream, and silken tofu. So you can adjust these recipes to fit your tastes or dietary needs, whether you're looking for something lighter, higher in protein, or dairy-free. Each one comes together with just a few simple ingredients with no baking or cooking involved, making them great for beginners in the kitchen. Once you understand a few different ways to make mousse, it becomes really easy to switch up the flavors and textures based on what you're in the mood for. Let's get into it. Before we jump in, I wanted to share something I've been playing a lot lately. If you're a fan of cooking games, then you need to check out the sponsor of today's video, Royal Cooking. Royal Cooking is a kitchen adventure game where you build and run your own restaurant. You take customer orders, prepare meals, and manage your time in the kitchen, balancing everything like a real chef. What I really like about this game is the multitasking. You're juggling multiple orders at once, keeping a close eye on timing, and deciding what needs your attention next, which makes it super fun and engaging to play. As you progress, you earn coins that you can spend on upgrading your equipment, improving ingredients, and leveling up your kitchen so everything runs more smoothly. You're also cooking meals from all over the world, whether it's pizza, Asian ramen, or fish and tacos, and unlocking new restaurants along the way, which keeps things feeling fresh. The visuals are super fun and vibrant with smooth animations and colorful kitchens. And with over 500,000 people playing every day, plus new restaurants, events, and collections being added, there's always something new to unlock. The best part is you can download and play Royal Cooking for free through the App Store or Google Play. Just click the link in the description below or in the pinned comment, or scan the QR code you see on screen. Thanks again to Royal Cooking for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the recipes. First up is a classic 2-ingredient chocolate mousse that's light, airy, and super rich in flavor. First, into a large mixing bowl, let's add 1 cup of cold, heavy whipping cream. Using an electric mixer, we're going to whip our heavy cream until we get soft peaks and the cream is light, fluffy, and just starts to hold its shape. Next, in a heat-safe bowl, let's melt about 4 ounces of semi-sweet or dark chocolate until smooth, either in the microwave or using a pot on the stovetop. Let this cool slightly so it doesn't melt the whipped cream. You can also make a lighter version using cocoa powder. Just add 2 to 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, along with 1 to 2 tablespoons of sweetener like honey or maple syrup to taste. We're going to gently fold the melted chocolate into the whipped cream until just combined, making sure not to overmix. You can even add a pinch of salt to bring the flavors out. Let's then spoon the mousse into mason jars or glasses and cover with a lid. I love using these wide-mouth mason jars for just about anything. These 8-ounce jars are a perfect size and have a sealable lid. We're then going to refrigerate these for at least 1 hour to allow the texture to set and thicken. Once it's ready, just take it out and dig in. You can enjoy this on its own or top it off with some fresh berries, shaved chocolate, or a sprinkle of cocoa powder. When you take your first spoonful, you'll see just how smooth, rich, and creamy this mousse is. This is the most classic mousse texture you can get, and it was made with just 2 ingredients. If you're craving something sweet and indulgent with very little effort, this one never disappoints. All of today's recipes will make enough for about 2 8-ounce jars. These recipes will all store well in the fridge in an airtight container for about 2 to 3 days. Our next recipe is this delicious Greek yogurt mango mousse. This one uses gelatin so it sets nicely and holds its shape while still being smooth and creamy. First, we're going to need some unflavored gelatin powder, which is what's used to make jello. You can use gelatin in mousse recipes to give them a firmer, set texture and a bit more structure. It's a different style that I really enjoy. Let's add 3 tablespoons of cold water into a small bowl and sprinkle 1 teaspoon of powdered gelatin evenly over the top. Let it set for about 5 minutes in order to let it bloom. While that's blooming, we're going to take a fresh ripened mango and slice it into about 1 cup of mango chunks. Let's add this into our blender along with 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt. I recommend using full fat Greek yogurt for the creamiest texture, but you could also use 2% if you prefer something a bit lighter. Give everything a blend until smooth and creamy and give it a quick taste. If your mango isn't very ripe, you can also add a bit of sweetener. Now back to our bloomed gelatin. Give this a quick stir and then heat it up for about 20 to 30 seconds in the microwave just until it's fully dissolved. You don't want it boiling, just melted. Then pour the dissolved gelatin in with the mousse mixture and give it another quick blend until everything is well combined. Once blended, pour the mousse mixture into mason jars or glasses and refrigerate for at least 2 to 3 hours. This one needs a bit more chill time due to the gelatin. Once it's fully set, take it out, grab a spoon and enjoy it on its own, or you can top it off with some fresh mango chunks, coconut flakes, or whatever you like. This mousse has a clean, smooth set and looks really nice when served in jars. Thanks to the gelatin, this one is a bit more structured than a classic mousse, which gives it a unique texture that I really enjoy. I also absolutely love mangoes, so I love how tropical, fresh, and fruity this one tastes. Next up is another Greek yogurt mousse, but this one is packed with fresh berries and a boost of protein powder. First, let's combine 3 tablespoons of cold water with 1 teaspoon of gelatin powder and let it sit for 5 minutes. While it blooms, let's add 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt into our blender. To that, we're going to add about 3/4 of a cup of strawberries or whatever fresh or frozen berries you like. Then add 1 scoop or roughly 1/4 cup of vanilla protein powder. I'm using whey protein here, but you can use whatever type you like. Add sweetener to taste if you'd like, and then blend everything until completely smooth. Once that's done, let's dissolve our gelatin mixture by microwaving it for 20 to 30 seconds and then add it into our mousse mixture. Give it another quick blend to mix everything together. Then pour the mousse into mason jars or glasses, cover it with a lid, and then refrigerate for at least 2 to 3 hours. Again, most of the thickening happens in the fridge. When it's chilled and ready, just grab a spoon and dig in. It should come out slightly thickened, yet super smooth and creamy. This one's great topped with berry jam or compote, fresh fruit, granola, or crushed nuts. It's a delicious everyday option that's filling, packed with protein, and made with nutritious and wholesome ingredients. I like this one a lot because it's a quick and easy way to get my protein in and tastes just like dessert. Next up is a lemon cottage cheese mousse. This one is bright, tangy, and refreshing, with a creamy texture while also being packed with protein. First, into a blender, let's add 1 cup of cottage cheese. I recommend using full-fat cottage cheese for the creamiest texture, but you can also use 2% if you prefer something lighter. To that, add about 2 teaspoons of lemon zest, along with 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Finish this off with about 1.5 tablespoons of honey or maple syrup, or your choice of sweetener. Blend everything until completely smooth and creamy. Then give it a quick taste and adjust as you like. You can add more lemon zest, extra sweetener, or a bit more lemon juice. Once blended, spoon the mousse into mason jars or glasses and refrigerate for at least 1 hour to help it thicken. When it's ready, you can enjoy this on its own, or top it off with some berries, a little whipped cream, granola, or a bit of extra lemon zest. This cottage cheese mousse is bright, refreshing, and full of zesty citrus flavor, while also being naturally high in protein. This one's a bit on the thinner side, so if you prefer a thicker mousse, you can use a bit of gelatin powder bloomed in water just like we did in the last recipe. If you love lemon desserts but want something creamy without feeling heavy, this one's a great option. Our last recipe is a Mocha Silken Tofu Mousse. This one is silky smooth, dairy-free, and bursting with coffee and chocolate flavor. First, into a blender, add 12 ounces or roughly 340 grams of Silken Tofu. Silken Tofu works best here, but soft tofu can work as well. It blends completely smooth and acts like a creamy base, similar to yogurt or cream without adding any strong flavor. To that, add 1 tablespoon of instant coffee or instant espresso powder, or you can use a shot of brewed espresso instead if you'd like. Next, add 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, along with about 4 ounces of melted dark chocolate. Then add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, along with 2 to 3 tablespoons of maple syrup or your preferred sweetener. Finish this off with a pinch of salt, and then blend everything together until completely smooth and creamy. Give it a taste and adjust as needed. Once blended, spoon the mousse into mason jars or glasses and refrigerate for at least 1 hour. When it's ready, you can enjoy it as is, or top it off with a dollop of coconut whipped cream, some crushed chocolate, a sprinkle of cocoa powder, or some crushed nuts. This mousse is incredibly smooth and surprisingly rich, even though it's made with tofu. If you're looking for a vegan option or just want something a little different that still feels indulgent, this one's a great one to try, especially if you're a fan of chocolate or coffee flavored desserts. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed these 5 different ways to make mousse using different bases, textures, and flavors. Whether you're craving something lighter, more indulgent, higher in protein, or dairy-free, they're all super easy to customize. They're great as a quick dessert, as a snack, or for entertaining, and you can easily adjust the flavors and toppings based on what you have at home. If you give any of these a try, I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, thanks for watching. If you'd like to watch more, click here for another video. And if you enjoy my content, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.